In the last video, we went over REDCap app general overview usage. In this video, we'll be going over REDCap app data entry. First, what you'll want to do is log into your REDCap app on your tablet with your username and secure password. This will be set up by the REDCap administrator at each site. Refer to SOP REDCap app general overview for more information. So I'm just going to quickly log in here. And you'll be taken to the main menu with a set of options. From the main menu, you'll select the My Projects page, and then you'll select the study which you'll be working on. To set up a project in REDCap, refer to SOP REDCap app general overview. Each study that you will be collecting data for will be listed here, but for training purposes, we will only be using Phen, and specifically the one I made myself, Phen example. We'll click that. Once you've clicked the study that you want to use, from the menu panel options, you'll select Collect Data. Once you've selected Collect Data, you can now add a new record, and you'll select Create New Record and enter a unique participant ID or PID. Once a new PID is inputted, it will direct you to a cumulative list of PIDs. So I'm going to just, for training purposes, put in P10. And as you can see, it creates P10 and adds it to the list at the very bottom. To edit an existing record, you'll choose a PID from the list. So I'm going to just choose P10 real quick. And once you choose a PID, you'll be able to access case report forms or CRFs. Once you are able to access these CRFs, you'll select the event. So either baseline, month 2, month 6 is another possibility not shown here, or end of study in which the CRFs are located under. We'll just select baseline since it's the first one. And then after that, you can click on the status icon to access a particular instrument within the CRF. So we're going to select screening again since it's the first one. After you click screening, you'll be taken to a whole new page where you can start adding information or data for the participant into the CRF. So you'll see a bunch of different formats where we can enter data. The first one is the date format in REDCap will always be date, then month, then year. So either you can type in the date that you want. I can just hit the now button, which will put the date in for today. Or you can hit the calendar button and pick a year. So 2026. Let's July. Again, this is for training purposes, and you can pick another date and it'll come up and show you the whole date. Here is a data field that you will have to enter value. So the year of the screening, we could say 2026. Again, because that's the date that we have. And after that, you'll see that there are a couple new questions with circular radio buttons. When you see a circular radio button, only one answer can be selected. So, for example, we'll select male. Then, for the next question, you'll see there's square boxes. When you see square boxes, multiple answers that apply can be selected. Let's say our participant is both white and Asian. We can select both. Once you've completed entering information, you must click one of the save option buttons at the bottom of the screen, which we will go over. But we will just go throughout this form to fill it out. We can say they're unknown, not sure. There's inclusion criteria. We'll say no. And here, once you select your inclusion criteria, you'll also get an option of the CRF telling you whether the participant is eligible or not. So because I said no here for this question, the CRF says the participant isn't eligible. If I hit yes, and I answer some more questions right here, as you can see, the CRF will probably tell me my participant is eligible. So here, another section here you have where you can add your signature for the CRF. So whoever is filling out the data, I just put 2 dots. That's my signature. Here you can add your initials. So I'll put in my initials. And then for here, again, data values can be inputted. So I'll just hit now. And then here you have the QC review. So when the data entry is completed for a form, it should be listed as, right here as you can see, the form status unverified. When the QA/QC officer reviews the form, they will mark it as complete. So right, you can see the QC review. Whichever officer is reviewing your CRF, they will mark their initials and they will provide the date that they reviewed it, and then the form should be marked complete after it is reviewed. So if you do have an error, such as a validation error, for example, if a field has validation associated with it, and you may see a warning or error message indicating that the value entered does not match requirements set up for the field, REDCap will not prevent you from continuing, but it will alert you to a value that is outside the predefined acceptable range. So if you do have errors on your CRF, REDCap will tell you where the error is, and it'll tell you what you need to do to fill in. For example, this is blank, so REDCap will tell me, hey, you need to put in a date for this from the date to the month to the year. Once we have completed entering the information, we must click one of the save option buttons at the bottom of the screen. So we have a bunch of save options. The save and exit form saves the data and returns to the record selection screen for the current form. The save and stay form saves and remains on the current form. So if I save and stay, so obviously you can see required fields menu. If I click that, it'll show me there's a bunch of values that are missing that I need to fill in that I mentioned before. I'm going to hit cancel. I'm just going to save and stay, proceed anyways. A green check mark will come up once it's saved, and it'll show me that the form is saved. Another option here, we have show more save options. Once we click that, we have save and go to the next form, which saves and navigates to the next form on the list for the participant ID/event. Warning, if your data is entered and the record is not saved, all data will be lost. There is no warning message on the screen when you leave without saving the data, so make sure you save your data prior leaving the form. So we're just going to save and go to the next form. Proceed anyways. We left a couple blanks, but that's okay. This is, again, just for training. And so you see we go to the next form. Baseline is the next instrument, and it'll take me, and of course you just fill this all out. But we're going to save and exit this form anyways, so I can show you the legend. So the form status selection, status section, as you can see here, will allow you to identify records that are incomplete, unverified, or complete. So you'll see there's two different colors that are lit up. Yellow is for unverified. Red is for incomplete. If you see a green light, it'll say that the form is complete. And if gray, as you can see, most of these are gray, that means no status is selected. Right now, our screening is unverified, so it still needs to be reviewed to be completed. And then our baseline is incomplete by the person inputting the data or ourselves. When data entry has been completed for an instrument CRF, use the drop-down box at the end of the form to update the status to complete. So, again, once it has been verified, we'll go down, we'll click the screening page again. We'll go down right here. We'll make sure that it's complete. Just to show you what it looks like, and we'll save and exit the form, proceed anyways. We'll get that green check mark. And you'll see that the light is green now. Thank you for viewing our REDCap app data entry video, and if you have any questions, be sure to contact your Data Coordinating Center staff. Once the final status is complete and the data capture saves a CRF, the site staff won't be able to edit the completed form without permissions from the Data Coordinating Center staff. So if you do need to make changes after saving a completed form, please send your request to the assigned data manager at the Data Coordinating Center.